So, Daljit, now we're in the final segment of the podcast. I call it Beneath the Accent, where I'm going to ask a couple of questions. You can answer them in one word or a sentence or however you feel like. The idea is just to know more about you. So, ready?
Yep.
So, what advice would you give to younger Daljit who has just landed in Canada?
You're enough. And don't compare yourself with others. We are all in different phases of our journey. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, you're more than enough.
Okay. What's that one dish from your home country that always brings you comfort and nostalgia?
As Punjabi, this is one of the meals that we grew up eating. It's my favorite, makki di roti with sarsu, the saag.
Oh my god. Now, before you even said that, I could hear it.
You
Before you
knew
even
it,
said
it's
that.
coming.
I know.
That's it. That's it. Oh
Definitely.
my God. Yeah, it brings everything.
Okay. Tell us about any funny story, if you have, related to your misunderstanding around the accent or English.
Honestly, Garces, it's going to be a hard one for me to choose one because I feel like um, it's a part of life now just to, have a conversation with different diverse people. We all here in Canada have different accents, and there are more than one time for sure where I said something or someone said something and it just completely went into the different path. So, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if I have a specific story. I'm going to pass on that one.
Okay. So, what's your favorite cultural festival or celebration in Canada?
Oh, in Canada, I love the winter time when around Christmas. Like
Hmm.
it's just the energy. I feel like it's very live with the lights, with the those small festivals that happens, and everyone is sort of they sit next to that like warm fire. It reminds me of
Hmm.
Lodi at the same time too. Uh,
Yeah.
just warmth, that just warm feeling of people sitting, just chatting, and just in that light, in that festive mode. It really, it gives that hope in that winter season too. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I think we all love that. Yeah.
yeah.
Describe a moment, Daljit, when you experienced a significant cultural shock and that surprised you.
Significant cultural shock.
I'll give an example. Like for me, it was about when somebody told me that let's go and have dinner at 5:30 p.m. And I'm like, that's the time we even think about having dinner, like what we have to make. So it was like my cultural shock for me.
Yeah, so for me, the cultural shock was when I told in the beginning everyone that I'm vegetarian, and they start proposing me different options in vegetarian, meaning that, oh, okay, so you're vegetarian, but you can eat fish. I'm like, no, that's not my kind of vegetarian. Like, you're vegetarian, okay,
Okay.
then how about you can eat egg? I'm like, I don't know if there are types in vegetarians too, but that for me was a big cultural shock when I got here, that people just
Okay.
were confusing me with different type of, and they were
Mm,
trying to help, and then just give me different options to eat, and I'm just like,
yeah.
no, not this, not that. Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, I don't consider fish as a vegetarian, so sorry about that.
I don't think so. Also, it is, and also it's so hard to find the paneer items here, right? And
Oh
so
yeah.
it's just impossible sometimes. Yeah.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Sometimes I do think that I want to go back, like India, and get some
Mhm.
cooking classes to make some good food here for, for us, especially as a vegetarian. It's hard.
Okay. Tell us about the first friend that you made in Canada, Diljit, and are you still in connect?
Oh, yeah. So I actually made two friends, not one, two girlfriends. We met on the first day and in our college, and now I call them a family. They're not friends anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about a moment where being an immigrant made you feel exceptionally proud or accomplished.
Uh, there are several moments when we feel that in our immigrant journey, because immigrant journey is just a journey which is, a journey of going through different phases of self-discovery filled with different challenges. The one moment I would say when I remember I didn't give up on my quality, my values when I was studying. I
Hmm.
had like 6 semesters, 3 years, and I was giving all my in when my friends or my close, like, other students would be like, hey, we just need to pass, why are you putting in so much work? And it's like, why, we have to work too, so blah blah blah. And then I am
Hmm.
so proud of that moment that I didn't give up on my values, and I kept putting in the work of that 100%, and I ended up getting a scholarship at end of the
Oh wow.
my study, which
Mm-hmm.
was a very big thing for me as an international student with the tuition fee. And that moment really reminded me that one should never compromise their own values. And that was the one thing. And the second moment was when I saw my parents, my younger brother, here now in Canada with
Mm.
me. That's another accomplished moment, because that's the dream I came with, right? That I want to give back, and I want to make sure
Absolutely.
that, yeah, so they're here now, they're with me. And every day I feel like when I talk to them, when I see them, it just reminds me that success, that immigrant happiness,
Yeah.
I made it.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, wow. That's a big one. Just only one, Gursis? You need to be more generous. Give me more options.
As many as you want. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Just one superpower if I have. I would take this superpower where I would want to have this ability to help people to see their actual true potential or their best version in themselves. Like, we
Hmm.
all see it. We all see the glimpse, but we don't really know if it's true or not. We don't know that, we don't believe in it. I would want that superpower where I can make others believe in that, so that they can just go after it and achieve it.
Wow, that must be very helpful. It will be for
Yeah.
people, you know. So describe Canada in one word or a sentence.
I know in our, in our Hindi or Punjabi, it's like Karam Bhumi, a land that has given me the opportunity to be who I am. I can say land of opportunities. Yeah.
Okay. And if you could leave me with one piece of advice, Daljit, what would it be?
I just want to share this message that you may be inspired right now in your life to do what you're doing right now. It's one phase of your life, and you're also a human just like anyone else, right? And
Yeah.
you are also going to go through a phase where you probably will ask your questions, your decisions about what you're doing today too. But the only
Yeah.
advice that I have for you is to just keep that, your right intention, that your purpose
Hmm.
of giving back close to you, because the more bigger you're going to get in this space of creating podcast, or there is so much
Hmm.
noise in the world, and as we are all
Mm.
human, we can start comparing ourselves, we can start questioning that, oh my god, now what's next, right? I would, my only advice is to me, to myself, and to you also, is that just lead with the purpose. And
Mm.
the days when you feel like it's getting hard, the days when you feel like maybe it's not doing what you want it to be, to do it, it's the day when you should remind yourself that you're doing it for your purpose. You're not doing it because you want to make it right.
Oh my God. You know, in the future, whenever I will become a little bit successful and popular, so to say, this advice
You're
will be
already
part of the
successful.
montage. No, 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 in the future, I'm telling you, this advice that you just gave, this will be the part of the montage that will be created overall. It was amazing. Thank you for saying that, you know.
I'm looking forward to
And
that.
absolutely. And lastly, how would you describe your experience of being on the podcast today?
Oh my god, lovely. I feel like there was so much flow, and we talked about um, very very important things, the areas, like as immigrants, how we have to pivot, how we have to go through self discovery, and we have to question our self worth and just rediscover who we are. We have to unlearn so many things, learn new things. And
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
shared parts of your story, I shared parts of my story. I think at end of the day, the conversation that we are having today is a sort of like a reminder for us as well, that how far we have come as an immigrant community, that
Hmm.
what legacy we have created as an immigrant
Yeah,
community for our generations to come. And the conversation that you and I are having today is just maybe a tiny little, a drop in that ocean, to make sure
absolutely.
that it's keep getting, filled, it's keep getting better and better, so that all together we can create this better space for each other to thrive in. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for everything you have said. And thank you for being on the podcast, Daljit, and adding value to me and to my listeners. Thank you for that.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.